Okay, well, now that I got most of the weeds out of the way, I can kind of maybe explain what's going on here. So the thing about the septic tank is, you know, I turned the block sideways to allow piping to go, you know, over to the septic tank. Only to find out that that hole right there in the block and the inlet to the septic tank are on a level plane. They're almost perfectly level to one another. So, what I've decided to do is I've looked into sewage pumps. And I guess what it is kind of like there's kind of like a 30-gallon garbage can looking deal that goes like down into the ground. The top of it sticks up, you know, 2 inches above the ground where you can get to it, open it up, and it, you know, goes down. And there's a pump inside there that sits at the bottom that has blades in it that'll chop up like metal cans and like, I mean, it's like a garbage disposal on steroids. And it's also a submersible pump. So what it does is, like, your sewage will flow into that 30-gallon or so reservoir, and then that pump, when it reaches a certain level, will kick on and chop everything up and then suck it up and push it out. What I have not been able to determine by, you know, looking it up and all that stuff is, I think it has a 2-inch outlet. There's a 4-inch inlet to the can, and then the pump has a 2-inch outlet. So would I run a 2-inch pipe all the way to the septic tank and then, you know, splice it into the 4-inch inlet right at the septic tank, or would I just run it like through there and then hook into a 4-inch line like right there? I'm thinking that I'll probably have to go 2 inches all the way, because it makes sense to me that if it's pressurized, like if it's pushing, you know, kind of uphill, which is what those pumps are designed for, is like putting in basements so it'll pump up, you know. Anyways, if it's supposed to be pressurized like that, I would think that you'd need 2-inch all the way so that it would, you know, continue to push. If it dumped, you know, if it switched to a 4-inch line like right here, it might not have the pressure to push it. So, if any of you have any experience with those things and know what exactly you're supposed to do with those, let me know. But we are going to use that septic tank. The only problem I foresee is we had all this rain and that septic tank filled up with water. That septic tank was totally full of water. And I did a video last year where I stuck the camera down in the septic tank and showed you guys. It was made by my father-in-law with concrete blocks and stuff, and it's like 10 foot deep and 10 foot long and about 8 foot wide. And it was totally empty, and just with all this rain over the last 3 months, it filled that septic tank completely up. So, you know, that could be a problem in the future. I mean, I have a submersible pump. I guess I can, if it fills up with rainwater, I can pump the rainwater off down the hill, I guess. But anyway, let me know about that. But the main thing is these blocks back here. What I was going to do is just leave this stepped like this. That's why I put, you know, the flat end blocks on the ends there. Because I was planning on stopping right where it's at. Like that whole thing was finished or whatever. And I was just going to cut some, you know, 3-inch thick timbers, you know, 3x8s or whatever. And I was just going to frame all this up to like a level plane with those front blocks, you know, and all this would be like timber framed, but this backside would be like 5 foot tall, you know. I'm not going to do that. I've changed my mind. What I'm going to do is, even if it takes me an extra year, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to lay all concrete blocks all the way through here. This backside will have to come up another 6 courses to be level with that front. So just this back side is like 45 blocks from one end to the other times 6 courses. That's what, 270 more blocks. just for this back side. So that's like an extra $400, but you know, I'm gonna do it. Even if I have to buy 10 or 15 or 20 blocks a week or something like that, that's what I'm gonna do. So, you know, I'd rather do it like that than rush it and then move in here and have the back of the house fall in or some crap like that, you know, or 10 years down the line have a problem with it. I'd rather just, you know, if it takes me an extra year or two to be able to get moved out here, then, you know, what's an extra 2 years when you're going to be here for 50 or 60 years, you know? So, anyway, that's what's going on. Well, I guess I got most of this chopped down. That was quite a chore. It took me quite a while. I'd say an hour and a half or 2 hours to do that. So probably I'm going to go ahead and let some of that grass die out and stuff that I've cut up and fell down into that trench. I'm not going to shovel that stuff out just yet. I need to go ahead and get to mowing, because you know, I really need to get this mowing done today. So I guess I'm going to stop this here and go do that. Now I might split these up into separate videos, you know, which I probably will. I'll probably do like 3 separate videos, because I was blabbing, explaining all that stuff and everything. So anyway, I'll get to mowing. Alright guys, I didn't get done as much as what I wanted to. It's about 12:30 right now. A bolt fell out of the left side of the deck support, and the left side of the deck went down and ate dirt, so I don't want to run it like that. I'll have to come back and finish on another day with a bolt in hand. So anyway, I got the majority of it finished, so it ought to at least look a little different. I can at least walk around and feel like I can move around now without trampling through waist-deep weeds. I feel like I've reclaimed my property from Mother Nature once again. Oh boy. Well, I guess that's it for today. It's hot. I'll go up and do a garden update and then head for the house.